Hi, Niku here, the Ninja Networker. Burke Hedges got a book out called The Parable of the Pipeline. And there's a beautiful story that illustrates where I am in my life, where I read this stunning book. I'm just going to show you here. Here it is. And it's about two friends, Pablo and Bruno, that take completely different paths to their financial independence. So it's set in Italy, in a small village, a beautiful village in the bottom of a valley, and these two young men are hard-working, disciplined men that are looking for an opportunity. And when it finally arrives, as the mayor of the village asks them to take water from the mountain spring all the way down into the village in the valley, and they have to do this by carrying buckets, going up the mountain and then coming down the valley and bringing money into a cistern in the village square. They were so excited, Pablo and Bruno. So for every bucket they bring, they get 1 penny. Literally, 1 bucket, 1 penny. And Bruno and Pablo start working day in, day out, week in, week out. And Bruno he's so happy. This is the best opportunity in his life. He is very excited. Pablo, on the other end, on the other side, he's not that. He's starting to think, at the end of the day, my hands ache, my back ache. There must be a different way. And he starts thinking, what about if I build a pipeline from the mountain spring down into the valley where the village is? And he discusses this with Bruno, and Bruno just makes it off as, no man. Bruno says, if we want to make more money, let's get bigger buckets. Let's go faster, up and down, up and down, up and down. And Pablo says, no, I'm going to start building this pipeline. And Bruno just makes it off and says, no man, you crazy. And Pablo, in his free time, weekends, after hours, holiday times, he starts digging, he starts building, planning his pipeline. Bruno on the other side, once again, he's just making plans. He's saying, for every bucket I get so much. So he's making plans. With this much money or this much buckets equals this much money, I can buy a cow. I can build that house that I wanted now. And the two of them do it in a different way, right? People start mocking poor Pablo because they call him Pablo the pipeline builder. But he perseveres. His free time, he keeps his eyes on the goal. He knows it's not going to be easy. It's going to take him a year, 2 years. In the beginning, he doesn't see any results, nothing. He hardly makes a hole in the ground for the tunnel. So there's nothing that he can see. But he perseveres. He's got discipline. He builds good habits. Bruno, at this same time, he's got a house now. He's got 2-3 cows now. He's the talk of the town. Every night he's socializing with friends, buying them beers. Life is good. But then Bruno's body, his posture changes. He gets more stooped over. His hands are full of calluses. They're sore. His face is worn from all the hard work, being in the sun. And Pablo, after months in, months out, after 2 years, his pipeline is basically finished now. And now he just has to open this tap and make sure he's just going to maintain, and the water flows through this pipeline. Whether he's there or not, whether he's sleeping, whether he's eating, his pipeline is taking water to the village. And this is a beautiful illustration of how you can there's two different ways. We live in a world where it's all about bucket carrying. It's all about you exchange your time for money. But there is another way. There is a better way where you can build pipelines. And these pipelines can be your lifeline. Because what if your health, your age, what about external factors that you're not in control of? What if they cause that you can't work anymore? It's very important to look at building pipelines, different streams of income, to make sure that you don't exchange your time for money.